I remember when I first logged into ELSTER after registering my business in Germany, I had absolutely no clue what I was looking at. Everything was in German. I literally had Google Translate open, trying to translate every single word. And even some of my German friends couldn't explain what certain sections actually meant. So by the end of this video, you will understand what Umsatzsteuervoranmeldung is, how to file your German VAT return in the ELSTER, what sections matter, what to do even if you made zero sales in Germany. I have to put this disclaimer up. I'm not a tax advisor. This video is educational and based on my experience and research. Always speak to a Steuerberater for professional advice. First of all, what exactly is Umsatzsteuervoranmeldung? Very simple. Umsatzsteuervoranmeldung is Germany's VAT filing. That's it. This is where businesses report how much VAT they collected, how much VAT they paid on expenses, or whether they had zero VAT activity. And this is where many foreigners get confused because they think I made zero sales, so I don't need to file. But in many situations, that's not true. Also, I created a free beginner's guide to German VAT and ELSTER specifically for foreigners and online business owners in Germany. Inside the guide, I included the VAT filing timetable, the most important German tax terms, and a simple cheat sheet showing the ELSTER sections beginners should actually focus on. You can download using the link in the description down below. Now let's log into the ELSTER so I show you the step-by-step process. Make sure you're logged into your ELSTER. It should look something similar to this. And all we need to focus on is Formulare und Leistungen. That's where all the forms are. And then we click on Alle Formulare, scroll down, click on Umsatzsteuer, scroll down, click on Umsatzsteuervoranmeldung. Here you see the calendar year. It's selected. It's 2026. Click next. That's weiter. Daten übernehmen. Just click next. And here you could see where it shows you the year that you're filing. Now this is very important. The Zeitraum. The Zeitraum, guys, is basically which quarter are you filing for. You need to select the quarter that you're filing for. Then here you have the Berichtige Anmeldung. Basically, this is if you submitted previously and you need to make corrections, you would then select this. And the next part, which is the Kleinunternehmerregistrierung, if it's not related to you, please don't touch this part. Okay. Then the next part here is the Daten übernehmen aus einem Profil. So basically, if you have a profile saved, you can select the profile and the Finanzamt will use all the information saved in that profile to proceed with your application. Okay. Here with the Steuer number, once you select your federal, state, or land, ELSTER usually helps identify the correct tax office automatically. So we go to next. So here we come to the Angabe zum Unternehmen. Okay, that's the first section. Here, ELSTER basically asks for basic information about the business owner and the company address connected to the VAT filing. The one thing I know probably a lot of people get confused about is the Wirtschaft identification number, which is a business identification number used in certain cases in Germany. If you don't have one or you're unsure about it, don't panic. Many beginners get confused about that section. The important thing right now is simply understanding that this section is used to identify who is submitting the VAT report. And if that's you, you just click on next. So here it's called the Mitwirkung/Beratung. If a third party like a Steuerberater or a Kanzlei is the one doing the taxes for you, they would fill this out. Okay, so if not, just leave it alone and go to next. This section, section number 3, Lieferung und sonstige Leistungen, This is where ELSTER asks about your actual business sales. Uh, and at the top here, you can see the 19%. If you had 19% sales, you would put the number here. 7% sales, 0% sales, and other VAT amount sales. Okay. For complete beginners, especially foreigners running online businesses such as Amazon or eBay in Germany, I know it's usually overwhelming, and that is exactly why you should never randomly guess inside the ELSTER. So hier für die steuerfreie Umsatz mit Vorsteuerabzug, some of the sections here is related to selling to other EU countries, reverse charge transactions, or tax-free sales. If that section doesn't apply to you, just leave it alone and go to next. Section number 4, innergemeinschaftlicher Erwerb. This section is mainly about purchases or transactions involving other EU countries. So if you buy products or services from businesses outside Germany, but inside the EU, some of those transactions may eventually be reported here. So section number 5 is one of those sections that confuses a lot of people. It deals with what we call reverse charge. It's in simple terms, this section can apply if you paid for services from companies outside Germany, especially from other EU countries. Once again, this section may not apply to many beginners, especially if you're simply running a standard eBay, Shopify, or Amazon business with no complex EU transaction. This section basically means additional information about sales and transactions. And honestly, this is another section where ELSTER starts becoming very technical and may not apply to many beginners with no complex transactions. Section number 7. Now, this section here is about something called Vorsteuer, which is basically input tax. In simple terms, this is where businesses may report that they already paid on business-related expenses. So while earlier sections focused more on sales and VAT collected, this section focuses more on that your business may potentially reclaim. Because one of the biggest mistakes beginners make is entering numbers into sections they don't fully understand just because the field is there. And that is why understanding your invoices, suppliers, and business structure matters before filing that through the ELSTER. Section number 8 is called Andere Steuerbeträge, which basically means other tax amounts. Okay, for many new business owners, especially people with zero sales or very simple business activities, this field may remain completely unused. Section number 9, Umsatzsteuervoranmeldung/Überschuss und Berechnung. This section here is basically the calculation summary. Okay, ELSTER automatically takes the numbers from the earlier sections and starts calculating how much VAT is owed, how much input VAT can be deducted, and whether you owe money or should receive a refund. And in many simple cases, especially for businesses with zero sales, this value may automatically remain at 0, depending on what was entered in the previous section. So this section is less about manually typing information and more about retrieving the final VAT calculation ELSTER generates from the earlier entry. Section 10 is usually the VAT corrections or reductions. ELSTER is asking whether previously reported amounts need to be reduced or corrected. Section 11, Sonstige Angabe, is basically the final section before you click on Alles prüfen, which means check everything. Here in Sonstige Angabe, this final section is mainly for additional notes, special requests, or exceptional situations related to the VAT filing. The first area here relates to refunds or offsets, okay? For example, if someone wants a VAT refund amount to be offset against another tax obligation, this can be indicated here, okay? Then we have the SEPA section. Is only relevant if there is an active direct debit arrangement with the Finance Amt and someone wants to temporarily stop it for the filing period. The lower section is for additional explanation or special comments to the Finance Amt. For many standard VAT filings, especially simple or zero sales filings, Kein Angabe may remain selected and no extra comment may be needed. Okay. So once you've reached this point and everything is okay, you simply go ahead and click on Alles prüfen, which means you're telling ELSTER to check everything and make sure there are no mistakes. But since we didn't fill anything out, it did, say it showed that there is some mistakes here. If there are mistakes, you would then see the question marks. You need to go to that section and correct whatever mistake there is there. And after and only after that can you send the form to the ELSTER or submit the form to the ELSTER or to the Finance Amt rather. And that's pretty much how you would go about filling out this form. Now that you can see how technical some of this ELSTER sections become, you can probably understand why so many beginners make mistakes, especially foreigners trying to understand German tax language for the very first time. So before you randomly start entering numbers into the ELSTER, here are the biggest beginner mistakes you should avoid. 1. Ignoring letters from the Finance Amt. 2. Thinking zero sales means zero filing. 3. Confusing Steuer number with Umsatzsteuer ID. 4. Entering gross amounts instead of net amounts. 5. Waiting until the deadline before learning ELSTER. The German system becomes much less stressful once you understand the structure properly. Now, this video was only meant to help you understand the structure and beginner basics. I did not go through exact filled entries, exact VAT calculations, or the full filing walkthrough because every business situation is different. But if you're still confused by ELSTER or German VAT filing, I created a free beginner's guide to German VAT and ELSTER specifically for foreigners, Amazon sellers, eBay sellers, and new business owners in Germany. Inside the guide, I explain important German VAT terms, beginner mistakes, VAT filing deadlines, ELSTER basics, and what you should understand before filing. You could download it using the link in the description below. If you're still confused about anything related to ELSTER, German VAT, Umsatzsteuervoranmeldung, or business compliance in Germany, leave your questions in the comment section below. And if there's another German tax or compliance topic you'd like me to explain in English, let me know as well, because I'm planning to make more beginner-friendly tutorials for foreigners and business owners like you in Germany. Also, don't forget to download the free beginner's guide to German VAT and ELSTER. The link is down below. And if this video helped you, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. As usual, it's your boy, Ricky Ross, saying, out.